Well, we're here in the tundra. Just finished snowshoeing here in Ontario. It is, I got a toque on. It is, frigid. It says 14 Celsius. That is 0% accurate unless the wind is like minus 15. Because you couldn't sit, like I have a spring coat on. I had to go back to the car and look for a coat. I found a toque in the trunk. It was just, it was cold. It was a very, very cold day. It did make it better that Ollie's team got pumped twice. Played two very good teams, and as it goes most times in baseball, the team with the least amount of errors, especially if they play error-free, are likely going to win, all things being equal, and that's exactly what happened today. A couple of errors on Ollie's team in the first game, the second game. Ollie was pretty happy. He would come up in the bottom of the seventh, so the last inning. Men on first and second. The kid got picked off at second. Now there's two out. Ollie hits a bomb. Now these were pretty good-sized fences. If it had been in a... No, that was normal Little League fence. It was a long bomb. He hit it as close as you're going to get, close as he's had.
It was 225 on the side and
Really?
250 in the middle.
250 in the middle. So I bet you it was a good 210.
I was going to say, yeah.
A pretty good poke for a kid. He hit it a long way and ended up with an RBI, but they lost 5-1, and I think they lost 9-2 or 3 the first game.
5-2.
No, it wasn't 5. Not in the first game.
The first game was 9-2.
Yeah. So not what we wanted, but hey, it's baseball. Still worth going to see Ollie play. Now they do. The only, I guess, saving grace of getting beat up today is that they only play once, regardless. Tomorrow they can't win the tournament. Is this considered the first tournament of the year? The other was exhibition. First tournament of the year. So I shouldn't have a problem making Spitfire overseas tomorrow night. Probably be there to warm them up now. So that was it in a nutshell. Man, I just watched Rock Shining Star race. I can't believe it. They went in 48-2. Now, I know Southern Ohio is warmer than Northern Ohio, and certainly probably warmer than Ontario, but it can't be warm. They went 48-2. He must have just paced 49-1, 49-2. So a huge mile from Rock Shining Star, and a good fourth. Kane drove him good. The horse, he got him out in the last turn. I thought for a second he was a winner, or at least like closing third. I didn't realize how fast they were going. Horse raced very, very good. We're having a good week again here at the Burn. Can you go to my emails? Oh no, this is your list. I thought I was doing the opening. This is not our opening. Amy is going to do her top 10 list.
It's been sunny out.
It is. I was just gonna grab those.
Oh, do you want
No,
You're
you go.
driving.
No, you go ahead. That's fine. I'm all right. So Amy has her top 10 list. You guys know I did mine. I didn't tell her it was on mine. I'm curious to see what you put on yours. There's no way we have the same horses on ours. Similar. I know, but I told everybody our 1, 2, and 3. I would be surprised if our 1, 2, and 3 was not the same. But I think there's going to be a few differences. So I'm eager to hear all about your top 10 list. Start us off with number 10. You got to talk about it too.
Number 10, I put Diosa.
Diosa Della Danza.
Yeah.
Okay, yep.
I always am a little skeptical to be high on Pacers just because I know how tough it is.
It's tough for trotters too.
I know, but it's a second can be the difference between a top Pacer and not even a Buckeye.
I think we've become so used to, if we have a decent trotter that always trots, it'll make money. And that isn't the case for a Pacer.
It's not so much the case
so
anymore
that
either.
it's unfair. They're both fast. You have to be fast in both distinctions, both divisions. But I think with the trotters, I feel that way too. I lean that way. That I think sometimes, all things being equal, dollar for dollar, not that we have an advantage, but we do well because our trotters generally trot, right? And I'm well aware it's because of hobbles, whatever. Our horses usually trot, so therefore we're in a position to do well, even if we don't have a very, very good horse where you're completely exposed to the pacing side, because that's not the case. So I get it.
There's just been a lot of Pacers that we trained down and we really liked, and then they were like barely mediocre compared to everyone else.
Yeah, and I think that the thing is, we've had fast horses. We went through this every year. AJ last year, paced 52 and 4, 53, but barely a condition claimer, right? And now is a condition claimer, and that is just the way things are. There's nothing you can do about that. Everybody's gone through it the same. I'm sure if you look through every stable on planet Earth and went back, if they did videos like we did, you would see the same trends fall through, right? oh, I like this one, I really like this one, is training down good. And that's why I always say, you know, with a grain of salt with most of my videos, but we don't know what they're going to do when they see the starting gate. And we don't know what everybody else's are going to do either. All I can tell you is that our horses are doing the best they can do right now. So you're right, but Diosa Delle Donne, what I like about her, she's filled out. She looks, if you look at her, she looks like one of our best horses because she's a medium-sized filly that's going to be medium-large. She's built strong in the shoulders, big, strong filly in the back end, and can really move.
She's got a really good kick.
Yes, she does. She does. So she was also on my list. Give me a little higher than 10. But number 10 for Amy is Diosa Delle Donne. So who do you got?
I think that's the first time I've even ever put her on the list.
I know, it's true. That's true. I think you're right.
So number 9, I put Supermind because
he was one of my last cuts.
I think he's just kind of flies under the radar. No one really pays attention to him as much as the other colts. And I think he's easy on himself. He's got a good attitude, and I think he's going to be productive.
I think that's a very good way to put it. He's going to be productive. I like him too. He was one of my very last cuts from my top 10 list, but I like that colt. You know, I think we got a number of very good colts and very good trotting fillies also. When it comes to the pacing side, we really got one of each for the most part. Capuchino Knight's a nice filly, but she's not Diosa Delle Donne. So we have one filly, one colt that are kind of have always been the ones that we're going to rely on that side. Where the trotting colts and fillies, they've, you know, Uncle Danny is the clear leader right now, but there's a lot of horses right behind him, and Supermind is definitely one of them. On the filly side, it's a little bit closer with Tomboy Strong, but Yvonne Sarah and a number of horses. Bobby, when she finally gets it all put together, knocking on the door. But Supermind, I really like that colt too. So I like your pick. Not on my list, so there's one difference right there. Not on my list, but was, I think, my last cut. Who's your number 8?
I put Dune.
Dune? Okay, yep.
When it's all said and done, there's no way she can't be productive in her staking program.
Do you know that you and I have Dune exactly the same place, an 8?
No.
Yep. I think I have her an 8 also. And I said the exact same thing. I mean, you know, I know...
Unless she can't get around a small track.
Well, she doesn't wear a boot or a pole.
I know.
It's just not going to be a problem with her getting around any size track. James alluded to the fact that she's one of the nicest fillies he's gone with in total, let alone in our barn, just in general. So eager, excited, surprised. This is a huge surprise, but surprised, eager, and excited for 2025. I know a lot of our Michigan clients are like, is she going to be there for June 15th? Probably not. I think
I'd like to see her stretch her legs a couple of times.
I think if James is right, and we qualify her, and I say we qualify her on like June the 8th. If we qualify her on June the 8th, and James says yes, she should be at Mohawk, then we forego the 15th, and we don't worry about it. If we qualify her on the 8th, and there's a bunch of killers that qualified that are going to be out everywhere.
In the maiden?
Yeah, in the maiden, and the Nalmers are one for 2-year-olds. Then I think we just say, let's just take what we can get. We'll go over to Michigan with her right now. So I think quietly that would be my plan, is to qualify her on the 8th or thereabouts, and then make a decision after that. Number 8 is Dune. Who's number 7?
Simply Chaotic.
Also one of my last cuts. I don't think he made the list, but I love that you picked him. I wanted to. I think I made an argument with myself, and I decided to take him off. So there's another difference when you're on our list.
I'm honestly going by the things that you've said. You said he's one of our best horses.
I think he is I think he's our best Ontario trotting colt. I think he's a little bit better than Lifting Legend. I could be wrong. You're gonna have to watch my video to find out.
Oh, I'm not watching it.
Well, you're gonna have to.
Would you like the sunglasses?
No, I'm squinting. I'm squinting through it. So we have. So tell me, Simply Chaotic. Come on.
Well, I thought he deserved to be on the list.
He does. Yep. I told you I started with 23.
I've never even jumped the horse, so it's not like I've trained him and I'd be like, oh yeah, he's nice. Just going by where he's at, how he's looked compared to, you know, I know he's just up here and there's not a lot to compare him to at the moment.
Yep.
But I think if he was to come down and go with the ones in Ohio, he'd be right with them.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, he's already trained at 2.7, 2.6.
Okay, so he's ahead. So, yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I think he's going to be a useful horse.
I like the horse. So our list, I told you, was going to be a little different. That's 2. Who do you got at number 6?
Number 6, I have Millie Girl.
Millie, also my number 6, I think. Millie Girl's number 6. You tell everybody about Millie Girl because you go with her.
Oh, I love her. I just, again, with the pace, I feel bad. Actually, I shouldn't say that because I have one even higher than her. But anyways, she's just she's such a treat to go with.
Yeah, she's sweet.
She literally doesn't do anything wrong. She's push button and she seems to have a lot of speed. So hopefully she can. She doesn't wear a Murphy blind, a head pull, nothing.
She's just
she
like
doesn't wear a boot.
Her and Dune wear
she's
0.
Scooting around Northfield, and she gets to go to a bigger track. So, I would be very shocked if she wasn't a contender.
Well, the only thing that will any horse like her, like Dune, like any of those horses, the only thing that will slow them down is the fact if God just didn't give them the ability to be a good horse, because they use all the tools they were given properly. We just don't know how those tools will stack up with everybody else's horses. So yes, Millie Girl 6, my 6, I believe. Also, who's your number 5?
My number 5, I have Tomboy Strong.
Tomboy Strong at number 5 also. Yeah. I believe my number 5 also.
This is weird.
That's the way it is. So you can tell everybody because you go with her also.
There's nothing wrong with her. The only reason she's not up higher is just it was really difficult. Like I feel like I could have had 3 number 1s. And for the love of God, take
no. All right, I will.
So yeah, she's.
Oh, so much better. What about the smudges? Why are you such a smudgesaurus? You just leave the smudges on. I wonder at what point. What point is it unacceptable now?
You look tired.
You look tired, Addie Mio. At what point? Probably you got frostbite.
Now she took all her clothes off.
Well, it's hot in here now. At what point do you look and say, these are just too smudgy? I don't think there is a point.
I just thought the windshield was smudgy.
It is smudgy. I hate that too. You know who always cleans the inside of their windshield? Jason McGinnis. He has like a little squeegee. No, he does. He does.
I need to get it because our kids
yeah,
put their
mine's
feet up on
the
it.
worst. But Jason always keeps them clean. I think it's cool. Anyway,
Sorry, where were we?
Tomboy Strong.
Yeah.
You look.
Tomboy
You think he's
Strong.
not? He sells kittens.
He sells them kittens.
He what?
He sold them?
To who?
I don't think he sold them. I think they were given to good homes.
The lady in the meadows that you guys talked to wanted a kitten too. I saw her yesterday and I forgot to ask her if she got her kitten. I know she didn't.
Okay.
Anyway, so number 5, Tomboy Strong.
Not the one I want.
4.
4 is Zena Kemp.
Zena
I
Kemp.
cannot wait to super her to race.
He sells
You know what?
peanuts.
She's my number 4 also.
People are gonna think this was.
It wasn't planned. Number 4, Zena Kemp. Tell everybody about Zena because you go with her too.
Like what?
I don't know. Pretend they don't know who Zena Kemp is.
She's a nice film.
That's whoa. You're not getting off the hook with she's a nice filly.
I know. I talked about her like 2 times.
Let's
ago.
go. You're gonna have to drag
What
it
do you
up.
want me to say?
You have to tell why you like her so much.
I like her because she has a good attitude and she
Yeah.
wants to work. And when push comes to shove, she might not be 100% sound and she'll still go out and do her work.
Yeah, but
And-
when you say it like that, people are going to worry that she's not 100% sound. That's not the case. What Amy's referring to is the other day when Enos chopped all her toes off and she galloped all over the place in the warm-up. But when she saw the starting gate, she understood that it was time to compete, change gears, and that is a good horse. Number 4. Number 3. I think our number 3, 2, and 1 are going to be the same. Might be a little different, but I'm pretty sure they have to be the same. Number 3.
Uncle Danny.
That's my number 3. Tell everybody why Uncle Danny.
Uncle Danny. Just being consistent. I know since he put the hobbles on it, I've rarely seen him not train well.
The horse has been fantastic.
He's fast. He's handy. I feel like you can kind of put him wherever you want. And,
You can. He's just a nice horse.
yeah. So I think I'd be shocked if he wasn't a good horse for us this summer.
I was just thinking the other day, somebody, Alan Swain, had messaged me, tell me how much he loves Uncle Peter's, and I said, it's a nice color there, that car there. That's a GMC. What kind of car is that, Ollie? That beige one up there. Can you see it?
I can't even tell it's a Chevy.
No, I saw the GMC thing when it went by.
Chevy.
I can't get closer to it. My God, there's a lot of traffic there, isn't there? Are we getting off here? No. So Uncle Danny,
Yeah,
I agree. Oh yeah, what does it say? Let's tell us.
Rock Roads.
What is it? telling me to get off at 4.6 miles.
I don't know why you would ever listen to this GPS.
Why would
You should have seen where it took me to take Ollie to the. I've never been to the indoor place in Kitchener the
Yeah.
other day. It dropped me off. It's like, oh, you've arrived. I was 1 kilometer from the place.
It seems ridiculous. I don't know what kind of car that was, Ollie, but it must be a Blazer.
It must have been telling you to go to the other Highway 6 or something.
For sure it was. I just don't know why. So, Uncle Danny, nice horse, does everything right. Really, really nice horse. And as Alan said, he goes, I love the Uncle Peters. You know, I can think all the horses that made big splashes for us, except for Globetrotting, I believe were Uncle Peters or What the Hills.
She's a man of many missions. I was trying to think of that
She's
the
a man
other
of many
day.
missions, yeah.
I could not think, because we were talking about Stonebridge Simba in the barn.
Yeah,
And I was like, he was a brother to Globetrotting's dad.
that's correct. He was.
And I could not think of his name.
Yeah, man of many missions. So, Uncle Danny, both of us have him at number 3. I'm curious. Who's
Okay, my number 2 is Perfect Thought.
your- also my number 2.
So number 1 is Jailbird Jog.
Yes. and it's important because these are, you know, I take all the information I have in. I just take one step back and say, okay, right now today, who are the top 10? Now I put Leland Hanover on my list at number 10 because I've told everybody, I know a lot of people look at him and say, I don't know, June 11th foal, Better's Wishes brother by Captain Treacherous, doesn't wear a boot and can pace, and I love the horse. I just think when we get to a little bit deeper part of the summer, I think he's going to be not just one of our best horses, I think he's going to be our best horse. I believe that. And I only put him at number 10. So, I'm not shocked. I told everybody in my video, I thought you and I would have 3, 2, and 1 the same. I didn't know if you put Perfect Thought or Jailbird Jog 1, but I thought we'd have the same. We only had 2 horses different, which I thought 3 or 4 for sure. So I'm not shocked. You know, listen, Jailbird Jog is the fastest trotter we have. Uncle Danny's a nice horse. We got a lot of really, really nice horses on both sides of the border. And a lot of horses that still have to prove themselves. And a lot of horses that are going to come forward. But if I'm looking at all the information that I've seen in front of me right now today, Jailbird Jog is a killer. I mean, she's a small filly. She wears her hobbles tight. And I'll have people message me all the time. I had somebody call me and said, or sent me an email this winter and said, you know, this horse interferes, and, you know, horses that interfere never become, you know, they never truly become good horses. And that's absolutely not correct. I've driven a lot of and watched a lot of horses race that interfered that were very good horses on the pace and the trot. And then also when it comes to horses that wear tight hobbles, you know, people say all the time, oh, they need them out because they're going to tire themselves out. My take on the hobbles being tight are very, very simple. One, they can go at any point, and we've had horses. You look at Gaslight Hall. I just talked about Gaslight Hall this week about how he wore his hobbles loose, and then all of a sudden, out of the blue, we went to race him his last 2, and the hobbles looked tight, just zinging tight. And that's because he's getting sounder. But we have to pivot and let them out. James let them out 2 holes the other night, and they still look tight. Not only did they look tight, they were tight, and cost him probably a big finishing kick on the end of it. Now, having said that, I've had horses like Bomb Hugger that wore the hobbles zinging tight. Spirit of Dio. You've never seen, there's only one horse on planet Earth wore them tighter than Spirit of Dio, and that was a Big Fred. And these horses were still very competitive because those hobbles helped them. And make no mistake, Jailbird Jog can trot fast, and she does need her hobbles on a little snug right now.
She kind of needs them.
I let them out 2 holes the other day, and she ran.
Yeah, but were you in the turn? On a
No,
straightaway?
it's halfway down the backstretch.
I was gonna say, because I just felt like if she was at the Meadowlands, maybe she would need them.
No, she just needs them a little bit.
Well, she's not like she stands perfect.
No, but she is so fast, just freak speed. You can tell. I trust me. I've gone with almost everybody, and we have a lot of very talented horses. But she just feels like that ball of speed, and that's how Bomb Hugger was. And she's actually feels deeper than Bomb Hugger was. You may say, well, Bomb Hugger was a very good 2-year-old, was a decent 3-year-old, and ended up making good money and being a good horse for us. And I only use Bomb Hugger because she was a lot like, this filly is hung up a lot like her. The only difference was Bomb Hugger would get to her knees. This filly doesn't come anywhere near her knees. So, and Perfect Thought's been perfect throughout. Again, a pacer. You're going into the deepest part of the ocean in New Jersey.
Yeah.
So, I get it. And that's really what made my mind up.
Actually,
is that
our top 2 are in New Jersey.
they are, but The other fillies, New Jersey, Kentucky. It's not even set in stone that you're going to see Jailbird Jog even surface in the state of New Jersey this year. I don't know yet. We'll see how things play out, and then we'll make a decision after that. But as of right now, our lists are eerily similar. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 and 8 were exactly the same, I believe. For sure, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 were, which I'm a little surprised at. So, we still have our opening to do, and I think we can probably get it done when we get home. I've been very, very happy with the way the babies have gone, and that's why I thought, and we didn't do our 2-year-old list. We got to grade all the 2-year-olds also, top to bottom. I know you love doing that. It's your favorite thing in the world to do. We're going to grade all the 2-year-olds, and then we're going to do our opening. In fact, we're going to do our opening first.
We can't because we have an appointment at 8 o'clock.
Yeah, we can wait in the driveway for them. Won't be a problem. So with that, I am going to call. Yeah, I'm going to let them go. I'm going to call that an evening for the top 10 list. Amy's top 10 list. Mine is already done. I have to load all these videos. I have to write the email.
What about the fourth one?
Which first one? The Pulis and the Bullet?
My number 1 horse.
Oh, because she already said it. Her number 2 is Perfect Thought, right? Do you know Perfect Thought? That's the big black filly that Cindy takes care of down in the first. And Jailbird Jog is number 1.
Wait, you guys have the same horses.
We have the same number 1, we have the same number 2, we have the same number 3, we have the same number 4, I think.
Same number 5.
No, same number 6 though. Millie girl, you know Millie?
Puppy
Yep.
one.
Anyway, that's your list. That's Amy's. Bobby didn't make the top 10
Bobby's
list.
being bad.
Bobby's not being bad. Bobby is just growing. Bobby's just growing up and learning to be a trotter. That's all. And she has to, a couple of the hurdles that she has left, she has to go through on her own.
They're her own hurdles.
That's right. They're mental hurdles. That's exactly what they are. And she'll get there. Don't worry. She'll get there. Remember, she's a 3-year-old. Remember, she's also the stupidest horse in the world, so it's going to take her a little bit longer.
I know.
No. Anyway,
Gorgeous package.
gorgeous
We're
package
not
of
talking
3-year-old.
about babies.
That's it. That's your 2-year-old list. That's Amy's is done. Mine is done. You guys, I hope you're having a great weekend. If you're in Ontario, bundle up. It's a chilly.